So the first item today, we are going to look at register invoice journals, and this is accessible in AX from AP journals, invoices, invoice journal, and this AX I'm looking is with accounts right, same as yours. So I'm in accounts receivable, and sorry, in accounts payable we're looking. Accounts payable, invoice journal. These are the invoice journals that are open. And with existing open journals, when we go live in the new system, there are a couple of things that you're going to do a little bit differently till this backlog is cleaned. And on all journal lines, under invoice, need to put approval person for all journals to be able to validate. Okay, so what does it mean? Maybe I think I got an example here for this journal number in company Detroit. So I'm going to go here. Let me close this. I'm going to company Detroit. Invoice journal. And okay. So if I validate this one, I get few errors. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Error number one, it says employee to approve the line is not specified. When you start creating new journals, this now it's going to be added automatically. The person who is logged in or who is doing the approval is going to be added. But for the old journals, it's not there. And also it says that changes have been made to, there is something with a ledger account, okay? So let's look at the first item. So the first item, I'm going to go to the lines, and I'm going to find what is that employee I have to put in. And that is in invoice. And maybe, you know, if this report probably would have been approved, I would first go to rejected, and then I would go to invoice here, invoice tab, and here is the area for approve. So here I would select the username, which in this case I'm using this let's say
it won't take automatically, Sam?
It will for the new ones, and I can show you in a minute. But for example, I will say, let's see if I am here.
Sam, the current scenario is we are extracting a journal number from the this thing, no, intact, no, images.
Yeah, just give me a second. Let me get this first going. Okay, so I'm just gonna select this. Now the new ones are coming with the name, with the okay, but I'll just select Vikram. You know that he did it. Now if I validate, I have less problems. Now the next thing I have is the ledger. What doesn't happen with ledger? One thing that has changed in this version with the ledger is that when you assign an account, you can see also it's showing also the department, okay? So, but now you can see that it has dash dash. So to validate all, and you can see this red. So to validate this, when you have this problem, you're gonna have in all probably open GL journals, whenever you have ledger associated. So what you do, you just click on this, and then just by clicking it is gonna validate. It says the combination 60550-DET10 dash dash has been updated. The new combination is this. I close this. So now you can see that those dash dashes have been moved. Okay.
Yeah.
Before, if you remember, they used to have a tab called dimension, Okay?
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
So that has changed now. So I'll go and validate one more time, and all I get now, it says that the fiscal period July 2012 is not open because this must be some very old journals. Okay, so this is something which needs to be done for all open invoice journals. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to create a new journal and just see what happens with the new journals. Okay, I'm just trying to find, let's say, this Comcast 1174. Okay, so like before, I create a new journal, and I'll say okay, and then I'm going to lines and account. I'm going to look for Comcast. Okay. Okay, hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Credit 100. And now you see I don't have this problem here. Okay.
Okay.
On the invoice side, you see it took automatically my ID, which I am logged in here as I tried it this with this one. That's why it's picking up. Okay. So now I can validate this, and it's okay. And also I can approve. Report is ready. You will notice now that with the accounting rights, the approval shows here okay. Only on the AR side we have that issue. So you can approve here, and you can reject. Report ready, approve, and I can post. So this area has not changed. Pretty
Like
much
AR.
is the same as you did. The only thing is that you have here is the one additional step you have here, that once you enter here the invoice number, you're gonna open key from image from intact, and you're gonna index it the same way. And also there is a intact button here as well, which at the moment it's not set up here. Okay, so
intact is here only.
Yeah,
intact
this
is here only.
Yeah, the intact button is the link is here, but in
Okay.
this demo, and the server that you're logged in at the moment, intact, it's not set up yet because
Yeah.
we don't have intact test, so you will be able to use that only when we go live. Okay,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
in that area nothing is new. You do the same thing. You go in index. We are not changing intact, because when you go to intact, the only thing you need is the invoice number and the vendor number, and then you index it that way. Okay.
Yeah.
So starting now, and so we look in the trial balance here. Okay. What I've got on this Word document is a screen of when you run the trial balance, the menu. Couple of things have changed. Okay. One thing you will notice, it's this primary financial dimension set. Okay. Now the summary, and maybe I should just open it so we can see it here. Let me close my admin. So I'm back to the same user as Okay, so I'm going to general ledger and transactions. Now you will notice there are two trial balance. One is the detailed trial balance, one is summary trial balance. Okay.
Okay.
So now before we had it one and we just selected. So I'm gonna try the summary trial balance. And the first thing we have is primarily financial. I have set up only the main account. So this is what we were talking earlier, Yogesh, when you split up in two departments. So then we will create another dimension set here, main account dash department. So what it means that when you run the trial balance, you can choose do you run it by main account or main account and department. If you do the other one, main account and department, then for one particular ledger account, you're going to have two lines. One is going to show what is with Detroit, with main South Normal, and one with corporate office. So for example, when on the trial balance shows that the telephone and fax ledger account, you will have two lines, one for South Normal, one for corporate. So you see it split up. But when we try that, I can probably show you because here I don't have the setup. So this is something new on this one. The next thing new is date interval. You can select current year, all these. If you do the current year, then it's just gonna change you the dates here pretty much. Period, yeah, that's for July. Past period. Current period is current month. Previous period, yeah. So I'm gonna just do the May. Actually, let me go to Detroit because I have some sample stuff that I did there. Change it to Detroit. Summary trial balance. So again, I'm selecting this one and I'm saying to May 31st. Okay. Yeah, you can. Here another thing new is you can put another. You can compare this with another period. You can say, okay, what was comparison with up to April? So you can do that. Posting layers there. I haven't tried. The current one is same as in 2009, but there are some other things which still have to look what would be the difference and all that. Yeah. But normally is the current layer. And with this, you should be able
Sam, what is it is for comparison date? Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, we can, let's run this one first without any comparison, okay?
Okay.
And I can show you that. Let me see what I got here also on this document. So details and summary, there are two different reports now. Posted layers, use the current. Primary dimension set, select main account. Secondary dimension set, not used for UGM. Okay, I think this will be used. Okay. That one is running. The first time I run these reports, they take first time pretty long to get the first report. So when you look the trial balance, it's pretty much same as before, account number, name, and all the columns. One benefit now that you can push it to Excel and it keeps the formatting. Okay. One issue that I noticed, which will see if we can fix it, because it looks like it's a framework issue. Is this, if I go to next page, look, this for example is, it has the date. If I go to next page, okay, when it pulls the next page, then it shows error here. So I noticed this issue, and if I go back, okay, so you lose that. But if you print it, it will show fine. So just keep in mind that if you see this, you just know it's the date when you go to the next page, yeah? And now, if I want to change the criteria, I don't close completely this menu. I can click on options. You see in this version now, you can you click on options and you say, okay, now I wanted something else, yeah? So I'm gonna put to compare what was as of April. Okay, so I'm gonna run it again. So I'm gonna minimize this so I can see more. Okay, so basically I just have now, you know, it's showing 2 periods, up to this and up to that. So that's the only, and I don't know what will help you, or and let me try even on this one. Yeah, those dates seems to be an issue here, but I have that on the list. So on the trial balance, and you should all try, maybe once I go through this we can try it as well. So you see here, I cannot see the details, okay? So if I want to see the details, I have to use detail trial balance. And again, I have main account, but you see the detailed trial balance, I don't have those comparison stuff. So that's the difference I think they made, yeah? So if I want here and say, okay, now I want to see, just 1 second. To the customer agent, okay?
Yeah.
Let me make this screen a little bit bigger. So customer agent, we use a customer agent by sales group, which is still, I don't have it on this version I'm showing you today because we're still testing. We're making, because in the standard AX 2012, in accounts receivables, okay, it's the same way as you accessed it before. So accounts receivables, status, customer agent. This is the default customer agent. We're gonna create another line item called customer agent by sales group, the same way what you have in AX 2009, but everything will remain the same, okay? And
Yes.
what has changed here? Okay, what has changed here now? In AX 2012, it's pretty much same as what you had before. I don't see much. The only addition that has been added is this exclude zero balance accounts. Okay, and I explained to you what does it do. So what it is doing this, if you run, for example, customer agent in AX 2012, the way, and then 2009, if you don't select this, they're gonna probably match, which they did it here, for example. Okay, in this screen, I run it for May, and as you can see, all these numbers are matching, all the columns. Okay. And the same way I run it for 2009, I excluded intercompany, and all the numbers are matching. And the reason are matching because I did not select zero balance accounts. If I select zero balance accounts, the total still will match, but some columns will be different. And the reason is because in this version, if you exclude zero accounts, let's say for example customer has in 30 to 60 days has some
some
balance,
yeah.
and then it's been paid on another period, but those things are not settled, then the difference is zero. So there shouldn't be any so that account should be taken out because it's paid. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if I run it this, well, I should have moved it to try to show you that example. And the reason I'm showing you this, just in case you compare the 2009 and 2012 for some period, and you say, well, why is it not matching? So I'm gonna exclude zero balance account. Okay. And go to the last page. So you will notice that on this column here, and we're gonna add also 0 to 30, 30 to 60, 60 to 90, 90 to 120. So on 90 to 220, I've got 2,225. But earlier on when I did not include the zero, I got 3228. So these two columns are not the same. But you will notice that the balance is 658,895, and here is 658,8. It is the same balance. Okay.
Okay.
Just keep in mind that I think you should always run it with exclude zero balance.
Yeah.
I think another thing. Payment positioning. When you run this report, I don't know if you paid attention to this payment positioning, but what I'm finding out that if you use payment positioning, let me see. $3692. So I'm gonna select customer 3692. So here you can go and exclude, and I know sometimes we exclude the dormant account and all that. We could do that here as well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let me, but we're gonna probably have it hard coded like in. Correct, Yogesh? You want those to be by default, yeah?
Yes, default.
3692. 3692. Why is it coming in into trade company? So one thing that has changed here now is that before you used to go to accounts receivable item reports and then statistics, customer and all that. And now that has changed, and it's not in accounts receivables, it's in sales and marketing. Before it used to be called CRM, now they have combined and it's called sales and marketing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you go here and it's the same thing. You go to statistics. You used to use there used to be there customer item and item customer, okay? Now here is customer item, but then you can run it item or customer, okay? So they've combined it, okay? Let me just go to Detroit, just less data. I mean, I test a little bit more of that. So if I run with item and I put 5.1.13 to 5.31.13, let me just take this. And I'm gonna, well, by default it's gonna show also intercompany, but let's just run it for illustration. So this is the format now, how it runs. It takes one item and then it shows which customer bought how much, what was the revenue margin. But you can see this, it shows the revenue margin, doesn't show the cost. Okay? And also it doesn't show the margin percentage. I'm talking the default report, and we haven't changed or we're not changing. So the way it stands, this report maybe will need some
From
changes.
here you can go to the customer, no? Customer, is it
Yeah.
going to sales order or no?
No sales order. This is only to the customer because this is for all the sales orders, yeah? So if you click here, you're just gonna go to the customer, okay? And I'm just showing you this report, and you see you cannot run this only as a summary. It's only detail, okay? So this report is okay if you wanna just see it in this way. Say, okay, this product gave me, or if you run it by customer, you say, okay.
It's not giving one line for a product, item.
No, I'm gonna show you another report which, if you wanna do it like kind of export and compile and all that, that's why I didn't. Nothing is changed in this one because there is another one which has. So if I run it by the customer, it shows the customer and it shows what items bought this customer. So if people use this report, then maybe we can say, well, let's add the percentage margin, because here at the moment it has the revenue and just the dollar margin, but no percentage margin. That's one weakness I see in this report. The format is a little bit more presentable, much easier to read, or split up in chunks and all that. The report which I want to recommend is gross margin by item. This one, it gives you for one period, and you can do as a summary. See the checkbox here? So I go to select, and I select May, same as before. And in this one, then we can add to remove the intercompany. And we'll do that. We're just gonna add this I put this here. I have to check this one. I think this is on my list for customization. I remember now. So the only thing on this report we're gonna customize, Yogesh, is to put the customer group on the selection here, so we can exclude the intercompany. But other than that, this is okay. So I'm just gonna run with the intercompany as well, and so it shows the item, it shows the description, what is the sales, what is the cost, margin dollar, and margin percentage.
Can you go to that item and where is it going? Right click and go.
No, if you, this just takes you to the item. What do you?
From there we can see the transaction, no? For that item.
Yeah, you can just see the transactions. So if yeah.
See, where it is useful is every time when month is ending, people go and see the margin. They don't look at the P&L, they just go and see the item profitability to see how much margin, because their target is based on the margin, no? So sometimes what happens is, if the item is not costed, here it will show 100% margin.
Yeah.
So that time, Anik or Rakesh will ask, oh, why this is showing 100%? So we need to find out that item and then go to the barcode and then go to the PO and see what is the status of PO.
So again, let me go back. So commission transaction list is in accounts receivables, reports, transactions, commission, transaction.
Yeah, that is the option. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you select the date range. I selected in January.
Yeah. Transaction date and
Yeah.
two reports we are pulling now. One is for the particular month sales and another one is for 5-month collected sales.
Yeah. So if you run it just what was the sale in January, then you can you run it this. If you want to say, okay, well, if you say what was created in January and paid from January to a certain date, then you put that the close date here, same as in the other.
Yeah.
So if I run this report as a summary, you check that box summary here. Okay, so this is the report that shows for each person and the totals.
This is summary report only, no?
Yeah, this is the summary report.